Hello, friends. My name's Abi Clark of The Morning Set and Influenced, and you're tuned to KUVO. The Parrisian Live Band is here in the KUVO studios. The Parrisian, a.k.a. Parris Fleming, leads the band on trumpet and vocals, backed by Enmanuel Alexander at the guitar. We've got Will Gaines holding it down at the bass, and keeping time on drums is Matt Campbell. Thanks so much for sharing your music with the KUVO community, and welcome to KUVO.
That was an original called Take Your Time. This next song is another original called STARZ. Will Gaines, the bass player, and I wrote this a couple months ago. Check it out on all streaming platforms.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You are now free to move about the cabin.
Appreciate y'all. Again, that was a song called Stars, an original. This next song is a cover by a man named Bobby Caldwell. Cover's called What You Won't Do for Love. You wonder where I've been. I've searched to find love within. I came back to let you know, baby, got a thing for you, and I won't let go. My friends wonder what is wrong with me, but I'm in a daze from your love, you see. I came back to let you know, baby, got a thing for you, and I won't let go. Some people go around the world for love, but they will never find what they dream of. What you won't do for love. We tried everything, but we won't give up. In my world, only you, baby, make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. they will never find what they dream of. What you won't do for love. We tried everything, but we won't give up. In my world, only you, baby, make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love. That last tune was a cover by a man named Bobby Caldwell, rest in peace. The song was called What You Won't Do for Love. This next tune is an original that I wrote with some homies of mine, Lyle DaVinci and Hunter Roberts. The song is called Love to Find. Been waiting for a love to find you, yeah. Oh, no, no. You've been waiting for a love to find. Well, the wait is over. You've been waiting for a love to find you, yeah. Oh, no, no. You've been waiting for a love to find. Well, the wait is over. It's been a minute since you let yourself go. It's been a while since you let yourself know that you find that it's time to take a breath and another come to go. Don't fight the feeling, don't hide the healing we grown. This type of feeling's too right to ever be wrong. Get on up and get on the dance floor. Give yourself another chance for love. You've been waiting for a love to find you, yeah. Oh, no, no. You've been waiting for a love to find. Well, the wait is over. You've been waiting for a love to find you, yeah. Oh, yeah.
that you find, and it's time. Take a puff and another Casamigos. Don't fight the feeling, don't hide the healing we've grown. This type of feeling's too right to ever be wrong. Get on up and get on the dance floor. Give yourself another chance for love. You've been waiting for love to find you, yeah. Oh, no, no. You've been waiting for love to find. Well, the wait is over. You've been waiting for love to find. Yo, you've been waiting for love to find. Well, the wait is over.
Appreciate y'all. We got one more tune. This last tune is a cover by one of my favorite bands, Earth, Wind & Fire. This song is called That's the Way of the World.
Fire creates love, desire, take you higher and higher to the world you belong. Hearts of fire creates love, desire, higher and higher to your place on the throne. We've come together on this special day. Wow, let's sing our message loud and clear. Looking back, we've touched on sorrowful days. Wow, future past, they disappear. You will find peace of mind when you look way down in your heart and soul. Don't hesitate, cause the world seems cold. Stay young at heart, cause you never old. That's the way of the world. Plant your flower and you grow a pearl. Child is born with a heart of gold. Way of the world makes his heart so cold, so cold. Hearts of fire, creates love, desire, takes you higher and higher to the world you belong. Hearts of fire, creates love, desire, higher and higher to your place on the throne. We've come together on this special day. Wow. Sing our message loud and clear. Looking back, we've touched on sorrowful days. Wow. Future disappear. You will find peace of mind when you look way down in your heart and soul. Don't hesitate, 'cause the world seems cold. Stay young at heart, 'cause you never old. That's the way of the world. Plant your flower, and you grow a pearl. Child is born with a heart of gold. Way of the world makes his heart turn cold, so cold.
Appreciate everybody out there listening. Again, we are the Parrisian live band. I go by the Parrisian. On guitar, we have Enmanuel Alexander. On the drums, we have Matt Campbell. And on the bass, we have Will Gaines. Appreciate y'all for listening. I hope to see you at a live show sometime soon.
The Parrisian, aka Parris Fleming, is a celebrated musician, composer, and arranger with over a decade experience crossing musical boundaries and thrilling audiences around the world. Recently returned from an international tour as horn arranger and section leader for Harry Styles, he's back here in Denver and he's keeping himself just as busy. He's a vital member of the Loving Hour, a collective exploring the depths of lo-fi hip-hop and soul. He leads an Afro-futuristic instrumental duo called the Tomorrow People, stylized TMRWPPL, and has taken flight as the Parrisian on his solo career with an upcoming lo-fi hip-hop soul EP entitled Sorry I Was Busy, expected to release later this year. Through it all, he never ceases to stop exploring the ways that hip-hop, soul, jazz, and beyond intersect. We'll find out more about this album in just a second. It's my pleasure to welcome the Parrisian to the KUVO studios. Thanks for joining us.
Of course. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Your set was awesome. Thanks
Appreciate
for
you.
blessing us with that.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
That's your band right now.
Indeed.
The Parrisian Live Band, your latest project, and you kicked off with a show at Cervantes earlier this year.
Correct. My birthday show.
Birthday show?
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about the band, how you all musicians got together?
Absolutely. So on guitar is Enmanuel Alexander. I kind of credit him a lot for the formation of the band. He hosts a really nice jam session at a club called Metal Arc in 5 Points.
Yep.
And that is where I met the majority of the band. Definitely where I met all of the band, actually. And yeah, through E's jam sessions, I was able to put the band together, find some homies of mine that I liked working with, that liked working with me. And yeah, it's been amazing. I've been trying to write a bunch of music so that we can play more shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
The vibe is awesome. You guys have a great dynamic.
Thank you.
And it's cool that you met at such a community space like those jam sessions.
Absolutely.
You studied music at Columbia College in Chicago.
Correct.
And from there, you really worked hard to have this exciting musical career. I want to take it back to the beginning and figure out what led you to pick up the horn to begin with.
So I remember being in elementary school. Third grade is when I guess I went to an advanced elementary school, but yeah, in third grade you were able to pick up an instrument and take band. And I remember the band director picked up each one of the instruments and played them to give us an example of what they sounded like. And yeah, I must have told my mom, like, trumpet's it. The first horn I ever played was actually a cornet, which is like a shorter, more compact version of a trumpet, same register and everything. But I think it's like easier to play as a kid, smaller horn.
Yeah.
But yeah, first time I ever put my mouth to the trumpet and blew into it, I made a massive sound and I was hooked from then. So
The power.
yeah, I mean, literally, as a kid, 8 years old, you don't have a whole lot of like ability to speak up and do all these things, so to be able to just make a ton of noise and not get in trouble was like, I'm in,
Can you tell me a little bit about your horn? It's very pretty.
Thank you. So I have been blessed to be endorsed by an amazing company called Lotus Trumpets. I believe they are manufactured out of northern Italy. The company is run by a man named Adam Rappa and another man named Heinrich. And yeah, I reached out to them during Harry Tour. And yeah, before that, I was playing a horn that I had been playing for years. And felt like it was time to finally try to get an endorsement of some sort. Luckily, they were very into it. And yeah, I'll be playing Lotuses for the rest of my life. These horns are gorgeous. This is the Solo Max model. Yeah, I love my horn. I love Lotus horns. They make wooden mouthpieces now, which is a very new thing. Yeah, you've never seen a wooden mouthpiece before. Usually all of the trumpet is made of brass or some sort of metal, different compositions of metal. This one's made of brass, bronze, phosphorus, and bronze. 3 different types of metal, and then I can interchangeably switch out the tuning slide to be made of nickel if I would like. They're a very particular company, so very lucky to work with them.
I really like the way that it looks. I had to ask.
Thank you.
I also want to know when you first started playing trumpet, or as you were really getting into it, becoming serious, what were some of your early influences?
I grew up listening to a genre called neo soul. I grew up with a single mom in the Midwest. So I listened to whatever she listened to, and she was really into Jill Scott and Erykah Badu and D'Angelo, and yeah, the genre known as Jill Scott. The genre known as yeah, you're not lying. Yeah, no, my mom was here yesterday. She had a Jill Scott shirt on. That's why it's like so engraved in me. But no, the genre called neo soul is what I grew up on, and the trumpet player best known for the genre, or to play on the genre for a lot of people, was Roy Hargrove. So Roy has always been my biggest influence.
You really move around a lot with your music. We heard a little bit of it today, a taste of some of your recent compositions, which I promise we're getting to the EP in just a second. But I wanted to ask about, in music creation, what is your philosophy when it comes to tapping into these different genres? Like I had mentioned before, I'm on a show called Influence, all about that cross-pollination into other genres. It's beautiful, it's natural. What is your experience doing that live music?
I love covering tunes and mixing genres that people wouldn't expect. So the covers that I like to do are a couple Led Zeppelin covers. I like to cover No Quarter, and I love to cover a song called Whole Lotta Love. But we don't play them, rocked out. They definitely have this big hip-hop groove under them. So my philosophy is any genre, or any 2 genres or 3 genres can be melded together to make, an amazing product. It's all about personal taste and, how you get to the final result. But yeah, I cover a couple rock tunes. We cover a Shania Twain song, Still the One, yeah.
Yeah.
But we do it in more of like a neo soul flip cover.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm all about covering whatever music your ears are drawn to. You can do it like the original, or if you have more experience kind of flipping the covers, that's what I like to call it. Then yeah, do that. But I'm all for covering and blending whatever genres you think we're gonna fit. Whatever you're into, make it work, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you do that with your own music that you write too. It has all of these different influences and, you know, everything that you grew up with kind of melded together into your own sound. So let's get into the album, because I know you've been busy in your own studio recording, so we're lucky to have you here.
Appreciate you.
You're producing your upcoming EP, Sorry I Was Busy, to be released later this year. You must be so excited, getting into it. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, so I've been writing this music since I got home from Harry Tour, like almost a year ago. Actually, it was a year ago. So I've been working on this music for about a year. And yeah, I feel like now is the time. My whole life I've always performed in other people's bands or written horn lines to other people's music. I've never actually taken the time to try to write my own music and put out what I think music is. So yeah, I just felt like it was time. I wanted to put music out that people could dance to. But the concept behind the title, it's funny because it has taken me a while to put it out, so I can say like, sorry, you know, I've been busy, but here's the music. But it also has like a deeper concept of like, most of my friends are busy, and like for a second we thought Will was gone. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like if that was the case, you know, if we're good friends, if we're friends enough, like that's not a big deal. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically like, I don't know. In my mind, like you should be able to tell people if they're reaching out to you, like, hey, I'm busy right now. You don't have to say yes all the time. You don't have to be always available for everyone. You know, it's way more better to be available for yourself, because then you can be available for other people.
Absolutely.
So it's also a phrase I want people to be comfortable saying to other people, because you need to make time for yourself as well. You don't want to be spreading yourself too thin. So it is also very okay to tell the ones that you care about or the ones that care about you, like, sorry, I was busy, but now I'm here. You know, what do you need? But I had to do this for me. I'm here now. What's up? You know?
I feel that deeply.
Yeah.
You're also busy wearing a lot of hats with this project too, right? You're
Indeed.
Producing it, you've written it, you've recorded it, you've mixed it, you've mastered it, all in your own home studio.
Indeed.
What's that been like? What are some takeaways to doing that?
Amazing. I've recorded on a lot of different projects throughout my career, and working in other studios or like someone else's big professional studio is always fun and cool. But I just like the more personal touch of like being able to get up, make food, go right to the studio. I don't have to leave the building. Go right to the workspace. The boys luckily come over to my house, plug right into the computer. I'm always working on something. It's home. So it feels like home cooking, you know? It feels good. It's like the difference between, fast food and home cooking. Like you can go out and do it, or you can stay home and make it real personal.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what we did. We just stayed at my house. We hung out, watched sports, went out on the balcony, took breaks, went for walks, but, you know, worked on the music. So it was nice to be able to do that all in my home. Really,
Yeah.
really nice.
No kidding. Any fun stories from the recording process? Or anything that surprised you, I guess, writing?
No. So because I do host so many hats in the band, it's really hard to surprise me. I wrote everything. I produced it all. Like if I'm surprised, it's like probably not the best. But I feel like to my own fault, good or bad, I'm somewhat of a control freak. So I like to be in as much control as I can if my face is going to be on the final project. It's like a group project or something. Like, if I'm the one that's going to be graded for this, just let me do as much of the work as I can, you know? Like, I'm going to try to do my best. I think I know what music should sound like, different bass levels. And, I was lucky enough to learn how to mix and master songs from a guy named Chris Carnes. He's actually Pretty Lights' DJ.
Okay.
I met Chris through Adam Deitch, who is Lettuce's drummer. He introduced us, and Carnes and I became friends through COVID. and he's an actually a world champion DJ. He won in 2011, I believe. So he's actually been classified as like the world's best DJ at one point in time. Still is, in my opinion. But a good homie, another guy that lives here in Denver. And yeah, he was gracious enough to show me how to break down the songs and what levels to listen for. And there's visualizers to look at that can also help with mixing. And but no, yeah, because I was able to learn from him, it gave me more control over the music. And then, yeah, it just makes it way more personal. It's like it couldn't be more of my personal touch. I recorded everything. I decided how loud everything should be, when the drums should drop out, when, you know. It's me. It couldn't be more of a raw example of who I am.
Man, well, I'm so excited to hear it when it's released later this year. Yeah. Okay, so you're a frequent collaborator, obviously.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people in the area. You just talked about the community of Denver and how close everyone is. Your music's brought you around the world touring, which leads me to surmise you've met a lot of different musicians and some ones just starting out. You offer lessons to young trumpeters or people just getting into the instrument. I read some of your tips in an article with Columbia about to the Columbia students about ways to, you know, get into the music business and things to navigate. Yeah, because it's a new thing.
It is.
In this, you encourage musicians to let go of insecurities and to be bold with their music, and that you once held back from sharing what you had written. With your first EP on the way, which is a huge milestone in your career, can you expand upon this now, being in the process almost on the other side?
Yeah, I remember being in college. I like going and speaking to colleges. I've done it maybe 3 or 4 times. I've done a lecture at Florida State University. I've gone back to Columbia, and I've talked at a school called the College of DuPage in Chicago as well. But I love trying to instill any sort of knowledge or, you know, help people navigate the roads that I once navigated or am still navigating, that are just younger than me. But yeah, I feel like at one point in time, like I was saying, I recorded for a bunch of other people. I just kind of was a hired trumpet player and didn't really put too much thought into what I wanted. And I was very, I guess, anxious and nervous to put anything out because I didn't know how to work any of the, like, digital audio workstations, the DAWs that everyone uses, like Ableton or Logic.
Yeah.
But through COVID, the world shut down. I just learned.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, I love helping people kind of figure out if this is for them or not. I think one of the biggest tips I gave the musicians in that article was like, out of the 24 hours of the day, you'll probably be on stage with your band an hour, hour and a half. So for the other 22 and a half hours, when you're on the road with people or when you're playing shows at home, you have to be somebody that people want to be around. And that's not even to say, like, you have to talk a bunch and try to be engaging. You just don't want to be someone that gets in people's ways. Like, if you're noticing that someone's over here being quiet, let that guy have his space. You know what I mean? Or if you notice somebody is, like, trying to set up and you're done, go help someone out. You know, like, you want to be someone that people want to be around, especially on the road when you're traveling. Being away from home and moving as much as we do is tough, mentally and physically. And people can get on edge very quickly and easily. So, yeah, it's just important to give people their space when it's needed and kind of be able to read the room. Because, yeah, even the best musicians won't be hired if they're not cool to be around.
Yeah.
You know, like, at the end of the day, again, we're only on stage for 90 minutes, 2 hours tops. If you're annoying, like, we can find somebody that's not annoying that we want to be on stage with and not on stage with. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like my band, I'm lucky enough to perform with them and love all the boys. I love hanging out with them. I love getting food with them, making music with them. Like
Yep.
they're the people I want to spend time with, and also I'm very lucky to have them as my band. So.
That's important too.
It really
when you're
is.
playing music.
Yeah.
Because then you can be your truest self.
Exactly. If I'm sitting here harboring some weird feelings about the bass player, or you know what I mean, it's like, no. If you're actually all friends, everyone can talk, everyone has their own space, everyone can be themselves around each other. The music's gonna be amazing, you know.
Sorry, I was busy. Right?
you know, and it's like if they're cool, they'll understand. Like,
yeah.
oh, word, okay, yeah.
Right on. Oh man, so excited for this new EP. Excited I got to speak with you. You're so busy, but you have so many wonderful insights into the music world now, which it's something that I feel like you have to be flexible and you have to be willing to try new things. So I appreciate your insight.
Yeah, and I also want to make sure that I'm like sharing that insight. I had someone reach out recently about like how to navigate contracts with artists and managers, and yeah, I feel like, I don't know, we need a better musician union or something in Denver. There's got to be resources to like help other musicians navigate these sort of things, like a standard unionized contract that everyone sends out for all their gigs, so that there's not any confusion. That everyone knows what everyone's, you know, getting and what, you know. I don't know. The music industry is a wild place.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to get taken advantage of. It's very easy to walk into a deal or a show thinking one thing is supposed to happen, but it, you know, ends up getting flipped. And so there are ways to make sure that things like that don't happen.
Yeah, definitely educating yourself.
Absolutely.
The new EP set to release later this year.
Absolutely.
Anything else on the tap?
Yes, I actually want to release 2 EPs.
Okay.
I just don't have another title for the next one, but I actually have like 5 or 6 songs ready to be released for the next EP. So if everything goes as planned, I'm still like navigating the distribution and the internet surfaces of things, but if everything goes according to plan, yeah, there'll be 2 EPs dropped. You should get like 10 songs from me this year, and then hopefully a Christmas single as well. I'm working on a Christmas tune with the boys. The Loving Hour, the band that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
The boys flew in from Vegas last night, and we're working on a bunch of new music for that project, including a potential Christmas EP. So,
Okay.
yeah, trying to get a bunch of my original music out, but then also some holiday music. Mariah Carey makes way too much music. No offense if she's listening, but like, or she makes way too much money every year on that Christmas tune. So I'm like, you know, how do we get in on some Christmas loving, some Christmas love?
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, the best ways to stay connected with you are theparisian.com. That's your website.
Correct.
Instagram at the Parrisian. And Parrisian,
Correct.
by the way, is Parrisian.
Correct.
And also Twitter, the Parrisian.
Yeah, I think I'm the Parrisian on everything, hopefully. But yeah, it's with 2 R's. Thank you for making that known. My name is Parris, spelled with 2 R's. Shout out to my mom. So yeah, you know, people from Paris are called Parisians. I'm Paris, so I'm the Parrisian.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for gracing us with some great music
Of
and
course.
for chatting with me today at KUVO.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. You rock that. Thank you.
You did too. Yeah, of course. That was nice.
You're fun to talk to.
You as well. I appreciate you.